Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's really dark in here and I am filming this at 12:30 during the day, but it is just one of the gloomiest days and it's just absolutely tipping it down with rain outside. It only felt right for me to sit down and do some like classic autumnal makeup. I haven't done a very warm look in a while, so I'm really excited to just put some makeup on my face and kind of get cozy and just do some autumnal makeup, to be precise. So I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna show you some of my favorite products at the moment. Just in case you're wondering, I have a slight ring light here just to light up my face, so it may wash me out a little bit. Just some warning. Okay, first thing I'm going to put on is my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and this is in 2.5, which now I'm starting to get pale again. Looks a bit dark, but oh well. So I just kind of put that on a lot of my face because it just adds that nice colour. It doesn't look this dark when it's actually blended out. I'm going to take a Morphe brush and put this across my whole face. It really gives my skin a boost of life, but yeah, I do think it's a little bit too dark for me. When it's winter, I might try and find a lighter shade, which is hard because this product is so hard to come by. Maybe something that's just a bit lighter so then I can actually mix them together and I have a bit more customizable shade. But I don't think it looks too bad, especially when I've got foundation on. A foundation I've still been loving so much is my Nars Light Reflecting. Here it is. Oh, it's just so gorgeous, and that's in Fiji. I'm quite light with my foundation at the moment, so I just do like a pump, half pump. Thing is, with Nars foundations, they are like half pumps, they're normal pumps. This is probably like a whole pump of foundation. And I do like to just tap it over with a little sponge. It's a very natural coverage and it just keeps your skin looking like skin. And I've been really fortunate with my skin at the moment. It has been so clear. So some days I haven't even worn foundation. I have been able to wear lighter coverage and it still looks pretty flawless. I'm very grateful for that at the moment. And also that combination of the flawless filter and this foundation is actually just so beautiful. My skin just looks so smooth and healthy. And I don't think it looks too over the top or anything. Like, I don't think I look sweaty or anything. It just looks natural. Like, it's a really natural finish and I can get away with very little powder with this combination as well. So just to brighten around my eyes a little bit, I take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in Fair Warm, quite light for me at the moment. So I'm just going to take the tiniest amount around my eyes and down the center of my face. I probably should have done my eyes first. Anyway, this concealer is so good, especially for the price. If you do buy it, make sure you're getting the hydrating one, because I prefer the hydrating camo so much more over just the classic camo. So you want to get the one with the white lid. I wouldn't even say it's like super hydrating or anything. It just looks very smooth, because I think if you have concealer that's too hydrating, it will sink in to all of your like fine lines around your eyes. But this one, it just perfectly brightens. It's got really nice coverage. I don't think it's like shiny or anything. It just sits really beautifully on the skin, where I find the camo one can be very heavy looking and a bit crusty. So definitely go for the hydrating one if you're looking to buy from the camo concealer range. I think that concealer has just brightened my face a little bit, which is really nice. Just before that settles into any lines, I'm going to take my Mercier translucent loose powder just on a little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to sweep that around my eyes. I never originally understood the hype of this powder when it was a really big thing like years ago, but I just don't think I was generally into powder, so I didn't really know what I was looking for. But now, oh my gosh, I love it. It looks so smooth around my eyes. Like, as a combo, well, to be honest, I feel like that concealer goes so nicely with any powder, but specifically these two, it just looks airbrushed. The bronzer I have been absolutely loving at the moment is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Happy Soul. It's just so good, and I've used it in a lot of videos before, so if you have watched any of my other makeup videos, you'll know that I do really enjoy this. But it's just so good for quickly chucking on your face for any look, and I find it blends out so effortlessly. I'm just going to do that to start, and I'm going to use a stippling brush. I'm experimenting with using different brushes with this product because I used to use an angled sort of powder brush. I find this blends it out a bit quicker, but I don't know if it disturbs the base more than a more fluffy brush. That bronzer, I just can't get over how quickly it blends out. It's like magic, honestly. I just never really liked stick products, but this one has just changed my whole opinion on stick products. If Rare Beauty came out with blush sticks, it would be game over. Like, imagine a set of bronzer, blush and highlighter sticks. That would be so nice. There's just something how easy they are compared to liquid, that you can just like slap them straight on your face. And I find sometimes liquid can be very pigmented and get a bit messy if you aren't being that careful. Whereas I just find this product, I can just slap it on, build it up, and I just find it so easy to use. And it's very, very travel friendly as well. Kind of just want a little bit more like right up here. It's just so easy to build right on top. Also, I think it dries down to a bit of like a semi-matte finish, so it lasts longer than I think liquid bronzers can. So that's another pro. So if you're on a hunt for a bronzer, honestly, this is great for everybody, whether they just want an everyday look, something that's really easy, or you do a full glam a lot of the time. It works for everyone. I might leave my blush decision to the end a bit after I've done my eyes. Do I want to do my eyebrows? I think I'm just going to do my eyebrows quickly first. I'm going to take Benefit Precisely my brow pencil. I think this is 2. And I'm just going to roughly shape my eyebrows a bit. To be honest, my eyebrows are kind of hard to work with at the moment because I'm just letting them grow out a lot. So the shape round here is just not super clear. I do find that some gaps that I had are starting to grow in. So I'm glad I'm pushing through and just leaving them alone. I do sort of keep my unibrow tidy, but other than that, I haven't touched my eyebrows. And I think I'm starting to get used to not having that perfectly groomed eyebrows sort of shape. I think it works and it keeps makeup looking a bit more natural and less polished. I think it depends how you want to do your makeup, obviously, but I'm not the biggest person with eyebrows. I don't care about them too much. I just like to add a little bit of definition and stick them down. So one thing that I got my hands on, which I was really excited about, because I couldn't find it for a while, is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's like a clear jelly thing, and I use that to stick my eyebrows in place. I've been testing this alongside the Got To Be Brow sort of gel as well, and I think I like this one more. It doesn't have as strong a hold as the Got To Be. That Got To Be one is so strong, like for holding your eyebrows in place. But I do think they almost make my eyebrows like stuck down, like literally, like with glue. It almost feels like they literally call it glue, so that makes sense. And they feel very hard and sometimes can have a bit of flakes in them, but it's really good if you want your eyebrows cemented in place. I think this is a bit more natural, but I think it still does the job. But yeah, eyebrows done. Very, very easy. I do think this lighting is making me slightly orange. I don't think I look like that in real life. Okay, I'm gonna go on to eyes, and I haven't pulled this palette out in a while because it's my like classic autumn palette, but it's the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. She is a stunning palette. So I'm gonna zoom you in. I don't know what colors I wanna use. I'm thinking I'm gonna go a bit coppery, which could be fun. I'm gonna take the shade Beach, which is just this one down here, a very neutral light brown on a Morphe M441 brush, and just kind of swirl that in my crease and outer corner. Just laying it down as a bit of a transition shade, although it is quite deep, deeper than it looks in the pan. Natasha Denona eyeshadows, although expensive, they are very luxurious feeling and they just blend like an absolute dream. They are very pigmented, so bear that in mind, but they are a dream to work with. I'm just gonna run it under my eye a bit now to just kind of keep the look pretty cohesive. I never wear warm eyeshadow that often because I find it can be very bold, but I do think it really complements the blue in my eyes because obviously orange and blue are opposite on the color wheel, so it makes them really stand out, which is probably why it looks more bold and less, I don't know, everyday wearable. You can make some amazing looks with warm tones though. I'm going to take the tiniest amount of this suntan shade. It's quite like a warmy red brown almost, just on the same brush, and really just sort of stick that in the outer corner. I barely touch my brush in, like literally 1 or 2 little taps, and there's so much color payoff. Plan, I'm gonna take True Copper, this shade here, on a Luxe Smoky shader from Zoeva. It's just like a really flat brush, and just kind of pack that on my lid. And it's gonna pretty much go on my whole lid, I think. Wow, it's a very vibrant shade, and I think it looks more red on camera. It's definitely more orangey copper in real life. I think it's got a bit of a shift to it though, which is what the camera is picking up. I do have a bit of fallout though, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Wow, it looks so red on camera. Way more orange in real life. And I'm gonna put it along my lash line as well. Okay, so I look a bit crazy, so I'm just gonna take that crease brush I was using and just fluff the edges out a little bit because I like everything to be a bit more seamless. these eyeshadows blend together so easily, so that's pretty much done already. I do think this always looks very intense as well before I've done the like rest of my makeup. I always think this looks crazy without any mascara or anything. Okay, so I desperately need to go in and clear up some fallout. I do look a bit glittery under my eyes now, but that's okay. If I just take, yeah, I'm just gonna buff some of the leftover powder into my skin. I do have a little bit of glitter specks under my eyes, but just sort of buffing that in with my powder brush seems to do the job, and it doesn't look that obvious anymore. So I've been loving these eyeliners from Maybelline. So they're the Tattoo Liner Smoky Gel Pencils. This is in, I just want to say brown. I actually can't see it. It looks just like a brown pencil, and they're so creamy and easy to smoke out. So I'm just going to run it along pretty much my whole lash line. I want as much darkness on my lash line as possible. I have this pencil in black, and they're both very, very nice shades. It's such an affordable pencil. I'm going to use the little sponge that comes on the end and just kind of pat over it to just blend the edges out a bit, because I want it to be a little bit smoky. I find sometimes when I just draw on a pencil, it can look a little bit uneven just because I'm not the most precise. So when you go over and blend out a little bit, it can actually look tidier, I find. I'm going to finish off my eyes with the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara. I'm going to take the length and curl side first. Just coat my eyelashes. I've been building that up and it's looking pretty dramatic. I'm gonna take a clean eyeshadow brush and just kind of blend the edges out a little bit more. I think they look pretty good. I think camera's making them look a little bit harsher than they are. Zoomed you out a little bit because we're gonna do some more of my face. Now I'm torn between blushes. I'll show you my options. They're all very similar, but just different formulas. So we have VIEVE blush in Pesca, which is just like a matte powder. I have REFY cream blush in Citrine and MAC extra dimension blush in Just a Pinch. I think I'm gonna mix these two. I'm going to put the cream one on first and then just a little bit of the extra dimension blush for some shimmer. So I'm just going to take the REFY one. It's low-key dried up a bit because I haven't used it in a while. I do find that with the REFY products that if you don't continuously use them, they can dry up, and I'm someone with a lot of products, so I've blended that quite far forward. Okay, I really like the REFY blush, and I'm just gonna take some of the extra dimension on top because it just gives such a nice sheen and glow to the cheeks. I love the extra dimension blushes so much. I do think blush always comes off more vibrant on camera than it does in real life. So I look like I've put on a lot. Like I look like a bit of a clown on camera right now. But anyway, am I almost done? I think I am. Okay, lips. I was really tossing up what to do for my lips. So I think I'm gonna take the VIEVE Velvet Sands lip pencil. I'm just gonna line with it. I like to overline my Cupid's bow area a little bit, but that is a really nice sort of cool toned pencil. And I'm gonna take my L'Oréal Paris Color Riche Nude Intense Lipstick in 172. I really like these lipsticks. I'm not sure if I've shown them on my channel yet. I've got this one and 173, which I've just been both loving for like everyday looks. 173 is a really good dupe for Pillow Talk, by the way. And I find 172 goes really nice with Iconic Nude. But they are so creamy and comfortable to wear. This might be a little bit cool for this look, but oh well. And I think on top, I'm gonna put the VIEVE Lip Dew in Cherub. So it's this sort of warm shade. I think they went really nicely together. What do we think of this very, very warm autumnal look? I really like it. See, this is something that I wouldn't whack out on the everyday because I do think I look very done up despite not changing up my everyday look a lot. Just the colors, I think, made me look very bold, but yeah. I really like it and I feel very confident in it. These have been quite a lot of my favorite products at the moment and I've been really, really enjoying them, and I think my skin just looks so nice and healthy. And yeah, do check out the description if you're interested in anything because I will link everything down below. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see some more of me. I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.